Hello friends, I'm Neshik and today in this video I'll teach you step by step how to start and run a successful and profitable blog in 2021 and beyond. Now this is not just a regular blog tutorial because frankly speaking creating a blog is really easy and there is nothing special about it. The main part of any successful blog is knowing how to write a blog post, then how to do proper SEO of the blog to make sure that your blog post ranks higher in Google search results. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to do in detail all these things. And not only that, we'll also learn how to integrate our website with Google Analytics, how to connect and run Google ads on your blog through AdSense, then how to create beautiful and attractive pop-ups to collect email addresses for doing email marketing and many more things. So make sure you watch the complete tutorial. Now before we proceed further, let me show you a very quick demo of the exact same website that we'll be creating in this video. So this is a demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. And before we proceed further, let me tell you one thing, that we will be using only free resources to do all these things. So we'll be using a free theme, free page builder, everything that we'll be using will be absolutely free. Now in this demo website, as you can see at the top we have our header, at the left hand side we have this logo, and at the right hand side we have this simple menu. Then we have the main content of the homepage. You can see I have divided this homepage into 1, 2, 3 and 4 different sections. I don't want to create a very long homepage. Many people do that mistake. I want to keep it very short. I want to create very limited number of sections. So our first section is this hero section. In this hero section, you can see at the left hand side we have used this illustration. I'll show you how you can download and how you can create your own illustrations for absolutely free. And to create these kind of illustrations, we don't need any software like Photoshop or CorelDRAW. We'll be using a free website wherein you can create and you can design your own illustrations, and that is very easy to do so. Then at the right hand side you will see this is the title, there is some subtitle, and after that we have this call to action button. Now whenever someone clicks on this button, they will see this pop-up so that they can enter their email address, and after that they can click on this button, and once they do that their email address will be added in your list. So we'll see how to create a list, how to create these kind of pop-ups, and this email address will automatically be added to your MailChimp list. So whenever you want, you can do free email marketing using these emails that you're collecting through these kind of pop-ups. So obviously I'll show you how to create these kind of pop-ups and how you can do this kind of styling that whenever someone clicks on this button, this pop-up appears. And let me tell you one more thing, that this website is also 100% mobile and tablet friendly. Now when you scroll down, you'll see your next section. In this section, I have given my latest guides and articles, basically your latest blog post. Now once I show you the homepage, after that I'll show you how a single blog post looks like, and I'll show you how you can achieve 100% SEO ranking on a single blog post. So this is how your blog section will look like. You can control the styling, you can control how your typography looks like or whatever font family you want to use. You can control the sizing, the gutter, you can control colors, and everything is totally under your control. Then when you scroll down, you have another section. Now in this section, I have created 4 different columns or 4 different sections. Again, you can see starting a blog, WordPress security, WordPress SEO, and online store. So you can create these kind of icons and you can link these icons or these icon boxes to different sections or to different blog posts or to different blog post categories. Now later on in this video, I'll show you in more detail how you can use these kind of things, how you can use this section, how you can use these kind of icon boxes to have more activity on your website. Then at the bottom, we'll also see how to create different kind of coupons so that you can have a little bit of more income through affiliate marketing as well. And obviously at the bottom we have your footer. In the footer at the left hand side you have your about section, so you have your logo, some detail about your website, and after that we have a recent post, newsletter section, and after that contact section. And obviously at the bottom, at the very bottom, we have our copyright text. Then when you see at the top, let's do one thing, let's open a single blog post. So if I open this single blog post, first of all, as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, you have your featured image at top, you have your title, you have the author's name, date, category, all these things are given over here. Now you can control what font family you want for your body, what colors do you want, and you can control the styling. Now in between you'll always see these newsletter forms. Now if I show you this thing, if you see at the top you have this green signal, which means that you have a perfect SEO ranking on this post. So basically it simply means that there are very high chances of your blog post getting ranked or getting top rank on Google search results for any particular keyword. For example, for this blog post I have set keyword of WordPress 5.6. So whenever someone is searching for WordPress 5.6 on Google, your blog post will show at very top. And later on in this video, I'll show you in detail how you can achieve this thing. And if you see one more thing, if I just open this blog post in a new tab, let me show you the backend now. Now in the backend, you can see if I show you this option, if I show you this Yoast option, we have a perfect readability score and we also have a perfect SEO score. So I'll show you how to achieve this thing. Then when you scroll down, we have some more things. This is how your blog post looks like. Then we'll see how to create these kind of section. So at the bottom of every single blog post, we'll see how to create this section so that at the bottom of every single blog post, your users and your readers can see this thing. And if they want to subscribe to your newsletter, they can click on this button. And again, they will see this pop-up and they can enter their email address. Then they will see some related blog post with this. And after that, if they have any comments, if they have any questions, they can comment it over here. Now in this single blog post, we also have this sidebar. So if someone wants to search for any particular blog post, or if they want to see the recent blog post, newsletter, or if they want to share this thing on different social media platforms, they can do this thing as well. Then we'll see how to create a blog archive page, which would look something like this. Now this is one of the styles. There are many different styles that you can use. This is just one of those styles. Then after that, we'll also cover how to create a contact page. So if someone wants to contact you, you can create this contact page. They can fill in this form and they can contact you. And as I said earlier, the main part of creating your blog post is linking your website with different Google platforms, like, linking your website or integrating your website with Google Webmaster tool and those kind of things. So we'll see all those things in detail in this video. Alright, so this was a very short demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. Now if you like this demo website and if you want to create this website and if you want to learn everything related to blog, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. And before we proceed further, also make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. If you find this video helpful, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now let's start creating this website. Alright, so now to create any kind of website, whether it's an e-commerce website, a membership website, a simple business website, or a blog, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, youtube.com, google.com, nayashik.com. All these things are different domain names. So we also have to register a domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Now the second and the most important thing is your website's hosting. So hosting is basically a computer wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this entire website, all these different blog posts, all the different pages, all the database, in fact, this complete website is saved in a computer and that computer is running 24/7 so that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live. So your website is always up and running. And hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. For example, your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience on your website, and even your ranking on Google search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you have selected a good and reliable hosting, all these things will be in positive, and obviously in contrast, if you select a crappy, cheap hosting, everything will be in negative. Now if you see, there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only a handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. You will see a link given in the video description below, or you can do one thing: you can simply type in this link blogdude.com/fc and you will be redirected to this hosting, FastComet hosting. And this link is also given in the video description below, so you don't even have to type in this thing. Simply click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Now when you scroll down, you'll see there are three different plans given over here: Fast Cloud, Fast Cloud Plus, and Fast Cloud Extra. Now for most of you guys, I would recommend you to start with the Fast Cloud Plus plan. And you can see all the features and everything related to that. If you scroll down, if you hover over this option, all important features, you see that with this plan we get free cPanel and Softaculous app installer. This thing will be very useful for installing WordPress on our website, which is the software, which is the CMS that we'll be using for this blog. Then you also get free daily backups. So your website will be backed up every single day So even if something happens to your website, you have this backup, you can easily restore your website. We get free Cloudflare CDN that will improve your website speed, and that will also improve your website's security. Now we get free Let's Encrypt SSL certificate. So if you see my demo website, you'll see this logpad is given over here. When you click on this logpad, it says that this connection is secure. So this is really important. This tells your visitors that your website is 100% secure. They can enter some details. For example, if they're entering, or if they're trying to contact you, and if they try to enter or fill in that contact form, they can easily do that. They won't get any error. Now if a website does not have SSL certificate, visitors cannot fill in those contact forms. And to furthermore improve your website security, you have the BitNinja server security included with this plan. And we also get free website transfer and domain transfer. So if you have a domain name registered on some other website like on GoDaddy or Namecheap or some other website, you can easily transfer your domain name from GoDaddy to Namecheap. In the next step, I'll show you how to do that thing. And even if you have a complete website hosted on some other hosting, you can transfer that hosting, or you can transfer that website from that hosting to FastComet. So I'll show you again in the next step how to do this thing. Now with this plan, with this FastCloud Plus plan, you can host multiple websites. So today we are creating this blog. Tomorrow if you want to create another blog, maybe on some other topic, maybe on food blog or travel blog, any other second or third blog, you don't have to purchase this hosting again. You can host all those blogs, you can host all those websites in one single plan. So this is really important. You simply purchase this FastCloud Plus plan once, and after that for all your future websites, you can host all of them in one single plan. Now with this plan, we get 25 GBs of SSD space. Now first of all, most of the hosting companies use the HDD space. They use the HDD server to host your blog or to host your website. But when your website is hosted on HDD server, your website speed and performance is really bad. Your website is very slow. Whenever someone clicks on any post, whenever your visitors or your readers try to open a post, it takes a lot of time to load that complete post. But here, that does not happen, because here at FastComet, these guys are using the SSD plan, and that too RAID 10 configuration SSD plan. If you hover over this option, SSD storage, you can see that these guys are using the RAID 10 configuration of SSD storage. So with this, your website speed and performance is also great, and your website data is also pretty much secure. And you're getting 25 GBs of SSD space, which is more than enough for even 10, 20 or 30 different blogs. So you don't have to worry about that. Now there are many more features. You can just scroll down and read more about them. For example, with this plan, you get 4 cores of CPU, 3 GB of RAM, which is more if you compare this thing with some other hostings. And some more things are given at the bottom. You can just go ahead and select this plan. So I would recommend you to simply select this plan and click on this Get Started button. Now you'll be redirected to this page, and here you have to register a new domain. So if you don't already have a domain name, if you want to register a new domain name, you can type in that domain name over here. For example, if I want this domain name blog 2021, I can type in this domain name. I can select this option, whatever domain name selection or whatever domain name extension you want. For example, .com, .net, .in. We also have some unique domain name extensions like .asia, .tv, .dating, .education. You can select these kind of domain name extension, and once you select this thing, click on use this domain. Now if you already have a domain name, you can select this option. I already have a domain name. Enter that domain name and click on use this domain. Or again, if you want to register a new domain name, type in that domain name over here and click on use this domain. Let me type in this domain name over here. Now once you click on use this domain, you will be redirected to your third step. Here first of all, you have to enter your account information, and here you just have to enter your basic information like your first name, last name, your address, phone number, all these basic information. Now there are two things which are very important over here, your email address and master password. So whatever email address and master password you enter, make sure to remember this thing, because this email address and master password becomes your login credential. So whenever in future you want to log into your FastComet cPanel or your FastComet client area, you'll have to enter this email address and master password. So make sure you remember this thing. Now when you scroll down, you'll see your product information. Here you can see the plan that you have selected. So we have selected the FastCloud Plus plan, and your data center location will be given over here. Now this data center location will be automatically selected for you based on your location. Now because I am recording this video from Mumbai, for me, Mumbai data center location is selected. If you're from anywhere from India, for you Mumbai data center location will be selected. If you're watching this video from or if you're creating your website from some European country, some data center location in Europe will be selected for you. And similarly, basically data center location which is nearest to you will be selected for you. Then after that, end of period, make sure it is 12 months so that you get the highest discount. And after that, when you scroll down, you can have this domain privacy. This will cost you $4 per year, but this will also protect your, all your details, all your personal information so that no one will be able to spam you. Now, when you scroll down, you have to enter your payment information. So basically you have to enter your credit card, debit card, or your ATM card number, your card expiry date, CVV number, all those basic details over here. Now 4 types of cards are accepted: American Express, Visa, MasterCard and Discover. So make sure you have any one of these. Now I'm telling you this thing because most of the people in India have the RuPay card, which is not accepted over here because that is a domestic card that is not accepted anywhere outside India. So if you have a RuPay card, if you're from India, go to your bank and ask them to upgrade your card to MasterCard or Visa. Or if you want, you can also make payment through PayPal. So this option is also given to you. Now just scroll down at the bottom, tick mark these 2 things and click on complete order. Now once you do that, you have to now come to this website my.fastcomet.com, and here you have to enter that email address and master password that you have entered in your previous step, and after that click on login. Now this is your client area, your FastComet client area. First of all, scroll down and you will see this support tickets option. Click on this option. Now in your previous step, if you have selected, if you want to migrate your website, or your domain name from other hosting to this hosting, you can click on submit ticket and you can submit a ticket for that. You can select this option, website transfer. You can enter all the details related to your hosting, and after that they will transfer your website or they will transfer your domain name from your current hosting to FastComet. Once you do that, you can again come back to this page, and now you have to click on this CP button, which will enable you to access your control panel. Again, you'll have to enter your master password and after that click on proceed. Now you will be redirected to your control panel, and this is how your control panel looks like. Most of the control panels look very similar. Now the very first thing that you have to see over here is your primary domain name. At the right hand side, you will see your primary domain name is given. Make sure DV certificate is written or something like this is written besides your primary domain name, and make sure you also have this logpad besides your domain name. Now if you don't have this thing, it simply means that your domain name does not have SSL certificate installed. So you'll have to do this thing manually, and to do this thing you have to click on this search bar and search for Let's Encrypt SSL. If you just type in Let's, it will show you this option. Click on this option. Now from this list, just select your domain name. For example, my domain name is fahem.in. So I can select this domain name and after that click on issue. And now you can again click on this blue issue button, and after that SSL will be successfully installed on this domain. And once you do that, now you can install WordPress on this particular domain. So to do that, again click on this search bar and search for Softaculous App Installer. You will see this option, click on this option, and we have to install WordPress. So select this WordPress app. Now click on this install button. Make sure first of all you have the latest version selected. Now under choose protocol, make sure you have HTTPS selected. S for secure. Make sure HTTPS is selected for you. Then you can choose your domain name on which you want to install WordPress, and after that you will see this in directory box. Under this box or under this input, you will see WP is already typed in for you. Make sure you delete this WP and make sure your in-directory box is empty. Now after that, you will see your site settings. Under your site settings, you will see your site name and your site description. You can change this thing. You can give your website some unique name, and after that you can also describe your website in few words. Okay, so let me type in WordPress blog, something like this. So you can describe your website in few words. Now these 2 things can be changed later on as well. So if you don't want to change them right now, you can do it later as well. Then when you scroll down, you have the admin account, very important option. Your default username right now is admin and your default password is pass. Make sure to change this thing, very important. If you don't change this thing, there are very high chances that your website might get hacked, because the person who is trying to attack your website already knows the username and password. Whenever someone is trying to attack your website, they try the username admin and password pass. So make sure to change this thing, hide this thing and change your password. Then after that, also make sure to delete this email and type in your own personal email address. Once you do this thing, go ahead at the bottom and click on this install button. After that, WordPress will start installing on your domain name. This is a very short process, hardly takes around 10 to 15 seconds. So as you can see, it is already done. Now once it is done, you will get two links. Now the first link is just your website link. So if you open this in a new tab, this is how your website or this is how your blog is looking right now. Now the second link is a very important link. It is the link of your dashboard. So if you open this in a new tab, now this is how this page will look like. Now this page, your dashboard page, is the most important page of your website because you will be controlling your website from this page. So if you want to do some changes on your website, for example, if you want to change the style and appearance of your website, you will be doing that from here. If you want to create a new blog post or if you want to edit your existing blog post, whatever you want to do, if you want to reply to your comments and all, everything will be done from this page. And whenever you want to come to your dashboard, always type in this thing, type in your website link, and after that type in wp-admin, you will land on this page. So basically your website name /wp-admin. Now whenever we install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few basic things that we have to understand and there are a few basic settings that we have to do. So let's first do that. Now first of all, this is your dashboard, and on your dashboard you will see these widgets are given to you. These are not really important or useful ones, so if you want you can just get rid of them. For example, to do this thing, click on screen options and untick all these options from here. Okay, just like this, and now we have a clean dashboard. At the left hand side you have another option which is your post option. If you click on that option, here you'll see from this particular option, from this post option, we will be creating different blog posts. One blog post is already created for you, hello world. Later on we'll see how to delete this thing and how to create a new blog post. Then you have the second option which is your media option. So whatever images and whatever media files you see, all these media files, all these featured images and all, your logo and everything, all these media files will be present over here. So if you want to manage them or if you want to upload a new media file, you can do it from here. Then your next option is your pages option, which obviously will be used to create different pages like your blog page, your home page, your contact page. All those pages will be created from here. Then you have the comments option. Now under comments option, you will see all the comments that are posted on your website. If you want, you can approve, unapprove them. If you want to reply, you can reply them from here. You can delete them or you can mark them spam as well. Then you have a very important option which is your appearance option. Under this option, you will see a few themes will be automatically installed for you and one theme is automatically activated for you, which is this theme, 2021 theme in this case. So if you see your website is looking like this right now, and that is because of this theme. Now if you do one thing, if you just activate some other theme, okay, so let's do one thing, let's activate this 2019 theme, and if you again come back to your website and refresh it, you'll see your website is now looking completely different. So this is basically what a theme does. A theme changes the style and appearance of your WordPress website. Now make sure you always have only one theme installed and activated. So all these extra themes, we can simply delete them. So you can select this thing and you can delete them. Then after that we have the plugins option, click on that. By default you will see few plugins are installed for you. If you want, you can simply delete them because we don't need these plugins. And basically what is a plugin? A plugin is kind of a software or an add-on that will add some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, I've shown you how we can create these kind of pop-ups. By default, we don't have any functionality that will help us to create these pop-ups. So to create this pop-up, we'll be using another plugin. Similarly, to do SEO, we'll have to use another plugin. So these plugins add these functionalities and features to your WordPress website. Now at the left hand side, you will see the settings option. Click on settings. You will see a general setting, and from here you can change your website name and your website description. So as I said earlier, you can always change your title and your description from here. Then if you want to enable login, you can enable this option. Anyone can register and you can change your time zone. So I would recommend you to change this according to your country. So my country, I'm from India. In our country, we follow the Kolkata time zone. So I'll type in this or I'll select this time zone and click on save changes. Now under settings, you will see permalinks. Click on that. And if any of these permalinks is selected for you, select this permalink structure, post name. This is the most SEO friendly permalink structure. So make sure you select post name permalink structure and click on save changes. Now once you do this thing, again you can come back to your dashboard, and with this we have completed all the basic settings related to our website. Alright guys, now let's do one thing. Let's install a new theme. Because right now if you see, this is how your website is looking. It is very boring, very plain. We want to create a beautiful website like this one, and for this we'll need a new theme. And with that we'll also need some plugins. So for example, we need a plugin for SEO, we need a plugin for Popup Builder, we need another plugin for Google AdSense, and so on. So let's see how we can install these free themes and plugins. So first of all, to install a new theme, you'll have to click on Appearance from the left hand side, and from here click on this Add New button. Now you can search for this theme. So the name of this theme is Ocean WP. This is the theme that we need. Simply install this theme. Now this is the best free theme available in the market. So this is the one that we are using. After the theme is installed, you can now click on this Activate button. Now once you activate this theme, as I said earlier, we should always have only one theme installed and activated. So we can now also delete this 2019 theme from here. Now this theme recommends few plugins. We don't need them. You can just click on dismiss this notice, because many times themes will give you some promotional plugins that you don't really need. Now you should always do one thing. You should first of all enable auto updates. So your theme is, your theme gets updated automatically. You don't have to manually do that every time. Now let's install plugins. Now the very first plugin that we need is Elementor Page Builder. That plugin will help you to design your website. For example, all these different pages, home page, blog page, all these pages are designed using that free page builder. So to get this page builder, you'll have to open a new tab and type in blogdoot.com/Elementor. And again, this link is also given in the video description below. So you don't even have to type in this thing. Simply click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Now if you see these pricings and all, don't worry about that. This is an absolutely free theme, but it is also available in premium version. So with the premium version, you get obviously many more features because you're paying some more money. You get theme builder, pop-up builder, form builder, WooCommerce builder. So it is very much advanced. But for this video, even if you use the free version, that is more than enough. So to download the free version, you will see this button over here at the top right corner, Get Started button. Click on that button. And they will ask you some questions. This is just a simple survey. I don't want to fill in this thing, so I can simply skip this thing. Again, you'll see at the top right corner, skip. I'll skip this thing. Again, I'll skip this thing as well. And now this will ask you whether you already have a website or not. So you should select this option. Yes, I already have a WordPress website. Now click on continue. Then the next step, they will again recommend you which version do you want. Now I would recommend you, if you have some money, some extra money, I would highly recommend you to start, or I would highly recommend you to try the essential version, which is pretty inexpensive, $49, but you get a lot of features. But obviously, as I said earlier, for this website, you can use the free version as well. So click on this option, install free. Now you need to enter your website link over here. So you can simply copy your website link, paste it over here and click on check for WordPress. Now you'll have to click on this button, install Elementor. Now you'll be redirected to this page, and here at the bottom right corner, you'll see this install now button. Click on that button and this plugin will be installed for you. Now once this plugin is installed, if you want, you can just activate this plugin right away. So you can just click on this activate plugin button and this plugin will also be activated. You'll see these notices and all. I would recommend you to skip this thing. Again, click on plugins from the left hand side. Now click on add new. Now we need some more plugins for our website. So you can search for those plugins over here. Now the very first plugin that we need is Ocean Extra. So if you search for Ocean Extra, just type in Ocean Extra over here. This is the plugin that we need, Ocean Extra by Ocean WP. Install this plugin. Now I would recommend you to not activate any one of those plugins that I'm installing right now. After we install all the required plugins, we can activate them all at once. Now after this plugin, let's search for another plugin which is called Contact Form 7. Now if you just search for contact, you will see this option, Contact Form 7 by this person. And after that, we need another plugin which is MC for WP. So if you just type in MC for WP, which stands for MailChimp for WordPress, you'll see this plugin. Install now this plugin. So this will help you to connect MailChimp with your website and you can do email marketing with that. Now you can install the next plugin which is Yoast SEO. Now as the title suggests, this plugin is useful for doing SEO on your website. So this is the plugin Yoast SEO by Team Yoast. Once it is installed, another plugin is Smush. Now this is also a very important plugin. Smush lazy load images, optimize and compress images. So what happens is many times you upload a big image. So this will compress this image and it will make your website more faster. Okay, so it will reduce the file size of those images and it will make your website faster. So you can install this plugin as well. I'm not doing this right now. So you can install this plugin as well. Now after this, we need another plugin which is called Hustle Page Builder or Hustle Pop-up Builder. You can just search for Hustle, you will see this plugin. Hustle Email Marketing Lead Generation Opt-ins and Pop-ups by WPMU Dev. Obviously this will be helpful for lead generation, creating pop-ups and doing email marketing. We'll see how to install and how to actually use this plugin later on in this video. And finally the next plugin is Sitekit by Google. So if you just search for Sitekit, you will see this plugin. Install this one, Sitekit by Google, and it should be by Google. You can see this option at the bottom. Now the last plugin that we need is called Live Mesh Add-ons for Elementor. So if you just search for Live Mesh, you will see that will be the first result. As you can see, Live Mesh Add-ons for Elementor. Now once you install all these plugins, you can now click on Install Plugins. So you can just click on Plugins and you'll see all your plugins are installed. Now we can activate all of them at once. So you can simply tick mark this option and this will select everything from here. Now under bulk action, select activate and click on apply. All these plugins will be successfully activated for you. Now once you activate these plugins, you'll get many different notices. I would recommend you to dismiss these notices. Click on this option. You can skip this setup. Then after that, you can dismiss this notice as well. You can click on this link, but you can skip this thing. So these notices were because of those different plugins that we have just activated. And again, this will give you some options like this. I don't want these options. I'll untick this. I want to keep this one, Yoast SEO Post Overview and Site Health, not Site Health. We want another one. Okay, just for now, we can just have this one, Yoast SEO Post Overview. So this will show you how your posts are, ranked in terms of SEO. Okay, now because we have installed all the required theme and plugins, now we can do one thing. We can start setting them up. Now the very first thing or the most important plugin according to me for any blog is SEO plugin. So you'll see this SEO plugin over here. You'll see this SEO option over here, Yoast, or it will be written SEO. Just click on that option. Now you'll see this configuration wizard over here, this link. Click on this configuration wizard. You'll see this pop-up and you can now, set this plugin for your website. Now the very first thing that you have to select is whether your website is live or still under construction. I'm selecting the first option. My website is live and ready to be indexed. So ready to be indexed on Google search results. So you can select this option and click on next. In the next step, you have to select the type of website. So if you're creating a blog, you can select blog. If you're creating an e-commerce website, you can select online shop and so on. We are creating a blog, so we'll select the first option of blog and click on next. Now we have to select whether it's an organization or a person. So if it is an organization, you can select organization. You can type the name of the organization. So maybe I'll type in blog dude, and after that you can choose your logo. So you can upload your logo from here. Let me do that. I want to upload my logo from here, and after that you can click on choose an image. You can now enter your Facebook page URL, your Twitter username, Instagram URL, LinkedIn URL, all these different social media platforms links. I'll simply just type in hash over here, hashtag, okay, for all my different links. After that, again I'll click on next. Now in this step we have to search, or we have to select search engine visibility. So search engine should show post in search results. You should be selecting yes for all this option, and again you can click on next. Now if you have multiple authors on your website, you can select yes, or if you don't have them, you can select no. And after that you can click on next again. And your website name, whatever your website name is. So my website name is blog 2021 and title separator is this thing. You can select this option and click on next again. And finally, once this is completed, again click on next. And now you can click on close this wizard. So your setup is now completed. You can again go to this features tab and you can make sure that all these things are on except for user or usage tracking. Now if you come back to this option, Webmaster tools. Now here we have to confirm and we have to verify our Webmaster tool. So to make sure that our website is getting indexed on Google, we have to verify Google. To make sure that your website is getting indexed on Baidu, you have to, verify that thing. So the very first thing that we have, or the most important thing, is this Google verification code. So if you open this link in a new tab, Google Search Console, open this in a new tab, you will see this option. Make sure first of all your link or your account is selected, your proper Gmail account is selected, and after that you can select this option HTML tag. You will get this tag, copy this tag from here, come back to this page and paste it under Google verification code and click on save changes. Now once you click on save changes, you can now come back to this page and click on verify. It will verify your website. Now here as you can see, it says great job, this website is now verified. So this is completed. Now we can cut this thing. Alright guys, so with this the basic setup of Yoast SEO is now 100% completed. Now let's see how we can write a post and simultaneously how we can make it SEO friendly. So to write a new post or to write a new blog post, you can click on post from the left hand side. By default you will see this hello world. You can delete this from here, and to create a new one you will click on add new. Now if you see this demo website, in the demo website I have written this blog post, WordPress 5.6 is here, what you need to know. So I want to do one thing, I want to create this exact same blog post. So this is the title. I'll explain you how you do all these different things, how you use these images and all, and after that how know what text or what type of things that you should be using, what elements you should be using, how to use inbound and outbound links. All these things we'll learn with this post. So first of all, once you open this thing, you have to enter a title for the post, and this will be your post title. So I'll copy it, paste it over here. I'm copying and pasting it just to save some time. Obviously you'll have to type in your own title and all. Now you'll see this option. First let me minimize this Ocean WP settings. This is not really important or useful for blog post. Now you'll see at the bottom Yoast SEO. Now this will show you all your results. It will show you the readability score, your SEO score. It will show you that thing, and it will also show you a preview. So whenever someone is searching for that, this is how your website link or your website preview will look like. So your website title will be this title, and after that once we enter any description and all those things will be written over here. And if you click on SEO analysis, this will tell you that you should be doing these things. So whatever things are present over here, we'll see how to fix them, because these are all the different problems. If you see here, it is written problems. So these are problems. We'll see how to fix these problems. Now the very first thing that you should be doing is you should select a search keyword or a focus key phrase. So in this example, I want to set this as my focus key phrase or my search keyword. So I can type in this thing over here. Now basically what this thing does is whenever someone searches for WordPress 5.6, this post will rank higher because we have selected this keyword as our focus keyword. Now let's start creating this post. So we have entered our title, we have entered our focus key phrase, and after that now we can start creating this post. So very first thing that you should be doing in any post is write introduction. So this is my introduction. I'll copy this thing and I'll just paste it over here, or you can just type it over here. And if you want this style, if you want this drop cap style, which which makes your first letter capital or very big, you can select this option. You can first of all select this, and at the right hand side make sure block option is selected. If you have post option selected, just select this block option and make this thing on drop cap. And now as you can see, your T will be capital, or whatever the first letter is, that will become like this. So if you want this style, not really nothing related to SEO and all, but if you want this thing, you can have it. Now once you have typed in your introduction, after that you can now proceed with your post. So you can divide your blog post in different sections, and you can do that using these type of headlines or these type of headings. So this is one heading, and after that we have some text, another heading we have some text, and so on and so forth. And you'll see I've used this keyword again in my heading. So this is also very useful for SEO. So again, you can see we have used images, we have used links, we have used so many things. You'll see inward links, you'll see outward links, all those different type of things. Now the very first thing that we need to do is we need to make sure we use a lot of or a decent number of headlines or headings. So I'll copy this heading, come over here. Now to enter a new heading, you have to click on this plus button and you have to search for heading, which is this option. Select this option and you can type in, or you can just paste in your heading, and make sure that H2 is selected. I would not recommend you to select H1 for this, just make sure H2 is selected. Now if you want to do some styling of this heading, you can again see at the right hand side, you will see this blog option. You can change the font size. You can, if you want, you can even give it a custom font size. If you want to change the font color, you can do that thing as well, like this. Or if you want, you can just leave it as it is, default color. I would recommend you not to do these things like this. We'll see how to do this styling at the end of the video. Right now you should be more focused on creating your blog post and making it more SEO friendly. Now again, if you scroll down at the bottom, you'll see we have got few things right till now. So we have a key phrase, and that key phrase is present in the introduction. So if you see, we have selected this option WordPress 5.6 as our focus keyword, and this keyword is present in our introduction. You'll see this option over here, WordPress 5.6 is typed in over here. So this keyword is also present in our introduction. So we got that thing right. Another thing that we got right is key phrase length. Okay, it is neither big nor small, so it is perfect. If you want to learn more about these things, like what should be the length of the key phrase and all, you can click on this link. You will be redirected to Yoast website and you can learn about these things over here. Okay, so what should be the length of your keyword and key phrase and so on. So this thing is really important. I would recommend you, in fact, I would highly recommend you to click on these different links and you can learn more about SEO and all. Another thing that we got right is that we have not used this key phrase or keyword earlier. So this is the first time that we are using this focus keyword. Then after that, we have some more things that we got right is that we have the focus keyword in the title and the SEO title width is also good. So everything is looking good till now. We have some problems over here. We need to enter outbound links and internal links. After that, we need to enter our meta description and so on, but we'll solve them step by step. You don't have to worry about that. I would recommend you to focus more on your post, more on the quality of your post, and after that you can do the SEO later on. Now let's do one more thing. Let's copy these things, or let me show you how you can create these kind of options or how you can create this kind of list. First, I'll just copy this simple text, paste it over here at the bottom, and after that, if you want to create a list, you can select this option, click on this plus button. Now from here you can select this list option. So select list and you can keep on typing your options. So the first option is WordPress database. I'll paste it over here. Second option is WordPress files. Okay. Third option or third list is this list. After that, we have the fourth option. Okay. So this is how you can create different list. Very easy. You just have to enter these details like this. So you can use this list element to create list. You can use the heading element to create heading, and paragraph is simple. The default option is paragraph option. Now after that, again, we have some paragraphs. So I can copy this thing at the bottom. Okay. Now here, if you see, we have this link. Okay. Backup buddy. Now if I click on this link, you will see this link is outbound link, which means that this link is going outside of your website. Whenever someone clicks on this link backup buddy, they will be redirected to some other website, and you can see the website is ithemes.com. So this is the link. Right now we have not given any styling to this link, but I'll show you how you can do some styling to this link so that people can see that this is a link. So if you have any link on your website, I would recommend you to do one thing, select it like this. First, let me do one thing. Let me remove this link so that I can show you how you can enter your own link. So I'll delete this link from here. Or you can do one thing, you can simply untick this option, unlink. You will see this icon. Click on that icon and the link is now gone. Now if you want to link any word with any page or any internal page or external page, you can do one thing. You can select it like this. You can highlight it like this. After that, you can click on this link icon and you can enter the link. So this one, I want this to be in outbound link. So I can do one thing. I can redirect this to maybe google.com. So I'll type in the link google.com. Okay. And if you want this link to be opened in a new tab, you can type in this thing. So whenever someone clicks on this thing, for example, if I click on backup buddy, as you can see, this is opened in new tab. So you can open this in new tab. Okay. Once it is done, you can click on this submit button and this link will be added. Now, whenever you are adding a link, you should change the color of this text so that people know that this is a link. So you can do one thing. You can again select it like this. And from the right hand side, you can go to color setting and you can change the color. So if you want orange color or some other color, you can select that option. Okay. Let me Control Z this thing because that is changing the entire color. So I just want to change the color of this text or this much word of this word. So to do this thing, we can click on this drop down and we can select this option text color. And from here, you can now change the text color. And now if you see, this is the text color of this option. Again, you can select this option and you can change it to some other color. I would recommend to use some darker color like this orange color or red color, something like that. So I'm selecting this orange color. Now, if I just publish this post right now, you should not be doing that until and unless you complete the post. But I'm just publishing it just to show you how it is looking right now. Now, if I open this in a new tab, if I scroll down, you can see that this is underlined and this color is also changed. So person knows that this is a link. If I click on this thing, it opens in a new tab. So this is your outbound link. If you again scroll down at the bottom, you should see one thing is also good result for you. You have a new outbound link on your website. Similarly, we can also have internal links on our website. I'll show you how to do that thing. Now, the reason I'm copying and pasting everything from this blog post is because I have created this blog post. In fact, I have not created, someone else has created this blog post, and this is a perfect blog post especially for this keyword. So that is the reason why I'm able to show you everything, and I'm able to explain you some things related to SEO. Now let's copy our next section or next title. So this is your title. Again, you'll copy this thing. We'll click on this plus button and we'll add another heading. So click on heading and paste in this heading. Make sure again it is H2. Okay. H2 heading, H2. And if you see here, I have used this focus keyword again in the title, WordPress 5.6. Then after that, we have some more link, or we have some more text. I'll just copy this text like this and I'll paste it over here. First, let's click on this plus button and let's add a simple paragraph and paste in this text over here. Then after that, if you see, we have this option, we have this email newsletter form, but we have not yet created one. So later on in this video, I'll show you how you can create one and how you can enter this thing wherever you want to enter. Then we have another option. Again, you will see heading, and in this heading, again, I have used this focus keyword. So this is pretty useful. So I'll do one thing. In fact, I'll just copy this much, paste it over here just to save some time. So you have this thing, you can see we have used this list, we have used this heading and all. And this is again another heading. Now we can do one thing, we can proceed further and we can see how we can enter these kind of images. Now to enter a new image, you will have to do one thing. You'll have to click on this plus button, again search for image. If you don't see that option, you can just type in that option and you will see this image option. Click on this option and you can upload a new image. Now there is a link given in the video description below. If you click on that link, you will be redirected to my website blogdude.com. And for every single tutorial that I create, I always create these kind of blog post, and in this you will be redirected to a similar blog post, and you'll see at the bottom this link, download free images. Once you click on that link, you will see you'll download a zip file. Let me show you this thing. You'll download a zip file, and if you open or if you extract that zip file, you'll see all these images will be given to you. So these images are given to you for free so that you can use them on your website. Now I want to upload image, one of those images. So let's see, this is the image. I'll select this thing, click on open. Now let me tell you some things related to image SEO. So image SEO is a different thing. What we are doing right now is just blog post SEO. For image SEO, you should be doing some extra things. First, let me just do one thing. Let me see whether we can do it from here. So first of all, let's see the basic things. Now, whenever you're using any image on your website, you should always give it some title, and you should always give some alt text. All these things are present over here at the right hand side. Under image block, you'll see you can give some alt text. Now alt text is alternative text. So what happens is sometimes if this image is broken, if this image does not load properly, this is the text that will display instead of this image. So this text should be, this alt text or alternate text should be, what is this image all about? Okay, so you can type in something like this. So I'll just type in WordPress 5.6 new post feature. Okay. Now under title attribute, again, I would recommend you to type something like this, similar to this title. So what you want this title of this image should be. Again, very important thing. And under caption, you should write what is this image about. Now these two things that we have entered, alternate image, this text will be visible to your viewer or to your visitor once the image is broken. If the image is not broken, they won't see this text. Then the second text is this title attribute. This text will not be visible to your visitor whether the image is broken or not. This text will be visible to Google. So they will see what is the title of this particular image. And I would recommend you to do one more thing. If you see this image that you have uploaded, you should always change the file name of this image. Okay, so this is the file name of this image is patterns drop down in WordPress. If you want, you can type in something else. So basically the title is that what is this image all about. So this is patterns drop down in WordPress. Now caption is what the user will see. So user will see what this image is all about. So again, I'll type in pattern drop down in WordPress. So again, just to summarize this thing, caption will be visible to your visitor. Alt text will be visible once this image is broken, and title, this title that you see over here under advanced title attribute, this will be visible to Google. Okay. Now again, you can update this post If you open this in a new tab, let's see. This is how it is looking right now. Your image is present. All these things are present. Now we have not yet changed the style of this text. We have not yet changed the color of the text. We'll see how to do that thing at the end of the video. Now again, come back to this page. And again, if you scroll down, let's see. We have given image alt attributes. So that is again another plus point or another good result that we have seen. Now we just have few more improvements that we can make in our website: internal links and meta description length. Again, just go at the top and you can just keep on writing this post just like this. All the other things are pretty much same. Let me just copy and paste this final 2 paragraphs. I'll select this option. I'll select this paragraph text and paste in this thing. Now this is the title. This is the conclusion. So you should always conclude your blog post. So you should always have this conclusion in a paragraph at the end. Now this link, this is internal link. Again, let me do one thing. Let me just remove this link and let me show you how you can add internal links. So I'll first of all select this option, click on this link option. Now internal link is link to some different page of your own website. So this is my website and I could have many different blog posts, many different pages. So what I do is I add this link, and when the user clicks on this link, they will be redirected to some other blog post or other page on the same website. So we are not redirecting the user to some other website. We are not redirecting the user outside of our website. This is internal link. So maybe I'll link them with the blog page. Okay, we have not yet created the blog page, but I'll add this link, your website name /blog. I'll add this link. And I don't want this to open in a new tab. I'll just click on this submit button and this link is added. This is your internal link. And again, as I said you earlier, whenever you're adding any link, it is highly recommended to select this thing and change the text color to some other color. And again, if you scroll down, now you have most of the things right. If you see, you also have this internal link right for you. Now we just have key phrase in Slug and meta description length left. So let's see this slug first. So this is, if you click on this title and you will see your slug at the right hand side. Here it is under permalink. Now here, as you can see, this keyword is present here as well, your URL slug. So if you see this link, if you open this blog post, this link is this slug. Okay, your website name / whatever the slug is. So this slug will be your title of your post. But instead of all this thing, instead of this space bar and all these extra things like this full stop, this colon, you will see this hyphen, this dash used over here. So that is hyphen. So we do have the keyword, but because of that hyphen, it is not detecting that. But that is not a problem, small problem. Now let's finally fix this meta description length. So as I've explained you earlier, this is the preview of your post. So we have the slug over here. We have the title, which is given over here. There is a formula for the title and we have to also enter some description. So let me do one thing. Let me copy some text for the description, maybe till here, and paste it under meta description. Okay, let's reduce this size. Or I guess so I have reduced the size of the meta description, and if you want, you can type in some custom data over here. So you just don't need to copy things from your blog post. You can type in some custom text over here as well. Now, if you see this blog post, if you see the preview, this is how the preview will look like. This is the mobile result and this is the desktop result. In desktop, whenever someone is searching for this keyword WordPress 5.6, if your website or if your link is ranked on the top page or any other page, this is how the link will look like. We have, this is your title, this is the slug, and after that, this is the meta description, which will be displayed at the bottom. And if you see the mobile result, same thing. Now you have most of the things right. And you can see your SEO analysis is this green, which is very good. And we are not focusing on readability, how to improve this thing, because that will need another dedicated tutorial for SEO. So this is not a dedicated tutorial for SEO. This is more of a blog tutorial, but we are also covering SEO. So let's not get into more detail about this thing. If you want to learn more about SEO, you can go to YouTube and search for Nayyar Sheikh SEO tutorial. I have some dedicated SEO tutorials as well. You can watch them. So for now, most of the basic things are completed. If you click on this blog post or if you click on this post tab from the right hand side, there are a few things left. We have not given it any category. This is under uncategorized right now. So you should always categorize your blog. So this is about WordPress. So I'll give it a new category of WordPress. Click on add new category. I'll untick uncategorized and make sure that WordPress is tick mark. If you want, you can give it a featured image. In fact, you should give it a featured image, and this featured image will be this thing, this image which is displayed at top. And again, as I said you earlier, these images are given to you for free. If you see, there is a link given in the video description below. Click on that link, you will be redirected to my website and you can download them for free. Now let me just upload this featured image. So click on upload files and let's see. This is the image. I'll select this thing, click on open, click on set featured image. You can also give some tags. So this is talking about WordPress. So this could be a tag, and we are talking about backup buddy or maybe backing up your website. So backup could be a tag. And let's see. Alright, so whatever you're talking about or whatever things are included in this blog post, those can be your tags. And rest everything looks perfectly fine. And with this, you can now just update this page and you have successfully created your first blog post. Now similarly, you can go ahead and create as many blog posts as you want. Now if you go to your website and if you refresh it, if you see the home page, right now this is how it is looking. And if you open your single blog post, this is how it is looking. Obviously, we'll go ahead and change the design later on in this video. And if you see at the top of your blog post, we have this nice green signal, which means that the SEO score of this blog post is good. Okay, so till now we have seen how to create a blog post using this default Gutenberg builders. This was Gutenberg. Now let's see how we can use or how we can create a blog post using Elementor. I think many of you guys might be interested in Elementor because it has many more advantages over Gutenberg. So to create a new blog post with Elementor, you just use this option. You just click on this button, edit with Elementor. So the basic things are clear. You just enter a title and after that you select a category. You give it a featured image and tag, and after that you don't use this option. So we have used all this list, we have used heading and all. You don't do that thing. You simply click on edit with Elementor. Now once you do that thing, you will see this page. Now this is the one that we have created using the default Gutenberg. Now if you want to do the same thing using Elementor, let me very quickly show you how you can do that. So if you want to create or if you want to start creating your blog post, obviously first of all you create or you add a new column or a new row. So you click on this plus button, and if you want to add a single column, you select this option. If you want to add multiple columns, you can select this option. I just want a single column and a single row, so I'll select this option. Now suppose if I wanted to add this thing, okay, this simple introduction. So I'll copy this text, come over here. Now to enter simple paragraph, we use this text editor. So I would drag and drop this option and I would paste in my text over here. Okay. Now we have not yet styled this thing. Again, I'm saying you can do this styling later on. Right now you can just keep it as it is. Or if you want, you can do one thing. You can set a default text color, default font family and all. So you can click on this gear icon at the bottom left corner and you can select this style option. Okay, it is not under that option, I guess. You can click on this option 3, this hamburger icon. You can see this option, user preferences, site settings. So click on site settings, and here you have global colors, global fonts, typography and all. You can select this option from here. So you can select typography and you can select your default typography from here. So for default typography, we want this thing to be Poppins. So you can select this thing and change this font family to Poppins. So click on this font family and set Poppins. You will see this thing is now changed. So you can see these things. I'm just showing you that you can do it. I will just reset this thing and I'll cancel this thing. And again, I'm saying don't worry about the designing. We'll fix that thing at the end of the video. So we have seen how to use a simple text. Now if you want to use heading like this one, you can copy this text, and in the text, if you want to use this drop cap, you can click on this text and you can enable drop cap. You can make it on and you have this styling over here. Now to use the heading, you simply drag and drop this heading at the bottom, type in whatever your heading is. You can change this thing. If you want to change the color and all, you can go to style. You can change the text color and all from here. I'm not doing this thing right now. As I said earlier, we'll see this styling at the end of the video. Then after that, we have the same things. We have the list and all. So this list and all can be created using the same thing, using text editor. So you can simply drag and drop this text editor and you can paste in the text. And as you can see, the list is already present for you, just like this. Okay. Now, if you want to upload an image, you can again come back to, first of all, if you see to come back to your elements, you will see this 9 dots icon. You can click on this icon and you can now upload your image. So you can drag and drop this image element You can upload any image, select this thing, click on insert media. This is now uploaded, as you can see. Now if you want to upload multiple images in the same column, for example, if you want to upload 2 images side by side, you can use this option, inner section, drag and drop it over here. Now you'll upload this image in the left one. Maybe let me bring this thing in the right option. Okay, like this. Now I can do the same thing. I'll paste it over here. So as you can see, just like this, you can have 2 images side by side. If you want, you can add one more column and all. Now regarding this Elementor, when we start creating our home page, we'll see and we'll learn in more detail how to use Elementor and how to do, basic and advanced designing using Elementor. Then after that, let's see what we have next. Now let me show you links, how you can add links. So I'll just copy this thing at the bottom, paste in this option. Okay. So we have this option over here. Now let me show you how you can add some links. So this is even more simpler. At the left hand side, we are using text editor. Now if you want to add any link, for example, if I want to link this text with internal link, so I can select this thing and you will see this insert link option. Click on that and you can enter your website link. So maybe I just want to redirect them to my home page. Okay, and after that click on apply. This link is added. Similarly for external link, you can select anything like this. And you can now again select this option, insert link, and let's type in some external link. And after that again click on apply. And as I said earlier, to change the styling, you can see the styling is not changed at the right hand side. So to change the styling, you can simply select this option and you can make it bolder, or if you want to change the text color, you can click on this option, toggle toolbar. And here as you can see, we have the text color. You can now change this thing to red or to other color. Now as you can see, this is red and this is bold. So you can do these things like this. And after that, once you are done with this post, you can click on this update and this post will be updated. So this is how this thing is created. Now with Elementor, you can do one more thing. If you see my demo website, here I've created this nice newsletter form at the bottom of every single post. So you can create a beautiful post like this one. And to create it, let me show you how you can do that. First of all, we'll add a new section. So we'll click on this plus button and we'll add 3 different columns. Okay, so I'll select these 3 columns. Now here, because as you can see, we have this image in one column, this text in another column, and this button in the 3rd column. Now I want to change the width of all these columns. So I want to make this image and button width smaller, but this width will be bigger. So to change this thing, you can click on this option. You can click on this, if you follow my mouse cursor, you can click on this option. Now under column width, you can type in 25%. For the 2nd column, click on this option and make it 50%, and 3rd column will automatically become 25%. Now in the left column, we want this image. So I've given you this image. So first of all, you can just drag and drop this image element. You can upload this image. So let me select or choose this image. So this is the one. I'll select this, click on open. And after that, click on insert media. Now in the middle column, we want to add this heading, and the title of this heading will be this. I'll copy this title, paste it over here. This is my heading. Now we can style this thing. For the post, we can style that later on, but this thing we have to style it right now. So I'll have to go to style, change the text color to maybe this color, 2B, 2B, 2B. This will give you this dark color or this black color. And we can also change the typography. So I'll click on this option. By default, the font family is Roboto. I want to change this thing to Poppins. Okay. And I also want to add some line height. So under line height, I'll type in maybe 1.3 or 1.2. This will add some space, as you can see, between these lines. If you want, you can also increase or decrease the size of this thing. So I want to make it maybe 20 pixels. If you want, as you can see, you can increase or decrease the size of this thing as well. I want to keep it at 20 pixels. Now at the bottom, we have this simple text. Copy the text. And to add this simple text, we'll use this text editor. So I'll drag and drop this thing over here, paste in my text. And again, to change the styling, go to style and change the text color to 666. This will give you this gray color. And after that, again for this also, I want my typography to be Poppins. So we'll select Poppins. And if you want to do some more changes, obviously you can do that. If you want to increase or decrease the size of this thing, you can do it easily. Maybe let me do one thing. Let's also increase some line height, make it 2 EM. And finally, at the right hand side, we want to use the button. So again, click on this 9 dots icon to come back to your elements page and drag and drop this button element at the right hand side. Now the button text says subscribe now. So I'll type in subscribe now over here. You can add the link. You can just keep hashtag over here. Later on in this video, I'll show you. After we create this thing, we'll see how to link this button. So whenever someone clicks on this button, they can see this pop-up. So we'll see after we create this section. Now go to style. Let's first change the typography. So again, as I said earlier, we want to make it Poppins. So I'll change this thing to Poppins. Let's also change the size of this text. I'll make it 16 pixels. If you want, you can also change the width 500, 600. If you want to make it bolder, you can increase or decrease this thing. I also want to do one thing. I want to make sure that everything is uppercase. So under transform, you can select uppercase. Now, as you can see, everything is this uppercase capital letter. Now for the padding, if you see this option, let's first change the text color. So text color should be white. So you can type in FFF. This will give you this white color. And background color, I want, okay, for now I want transparent background color. Okay, and text color, actually we don't want white, we want this color as our text color, this dark blue color. So we can again come back to this page and change the text color to this dark blue color, and the code for this one is 004C6C. Now background color, I want transparent background color. So you can do one thing. You can see first option is to change the color like this, and the second option is to change the transparency. So make it or bring it at extreme left, it will become transparent. Now we want border. So under border style, select solid. Now border width, you can select 2 pixels. And now let's see. This is how it looks like. Now we can change the padding. You will see this padding option over here. First delink this thing. So click on this icon and it will delink it. And now you can add your custom padding. So I want to add padding of maybe 10 pixels from left and right, or 10 pixels from top and bottom, and 15 from left and right. Okay, like this. Now let's add the hover effect. If you hover over this button, nothing happens. But if you see this button, this is the default style. And if I hover over this button, this style changes. Now the background color becomes this blue color and the text color becomes this, white color. So let's change this thing. So you'll see this hover effect. Click on that. Under text color, select white. Under background color, paste in this color code. And for border color also, you can have this color. Let's first see how it is looking. Okay, this is how it is looking. Let me hide this thing. Okay, let's give this color as well. Border color. Paste in this color. Let's see again. Okay, now it is looking much better. So this is how this is created. Now we can update this page. And let's finally do this row setting. Now you can click on this option, this 6 dots icon. If you click on this or if you hover this, you get this option edit section. So click on that edit section button. Now first of all, let's align everything. So let's make everything middle. So you'll see this vertical align, make it middle. Now as you can see, everything is nice, properly aligned. Now go to style. Let's change the background color. So under background color, you can type in this color, or if you want, you can type in any color. Obviously, I'll type in EBEEF6. Okay, this will give you this color. Now I also want to add this border radius of maybe 10 or 15 pixels. If you see this thing, if you see the corners are a little bit rounded, that is because of this border radius. If you increase this thing, if you type in maybe 50, you will see it will become more rounded like this one. I just want to keep it very subtle, so I'll type in maybe 10. Now let's add padding from all sides. So I'll go to advanced, and under padding, I don't want to delink this thing. I'll just type in 15 and it will add 15 pixels padding from all sides. And if you see, this is how it is looking right now. And later on in this video, in fact, just after this, after we create this thing, we'll see how we can do this thing, that whenever someone clicks on this button, that pop-up appears. For now, we can just click on update. Now let's see how this pop-up or how this newsletter thing is looking in mobile phone. So if you see this option at the bottom left corner, responsive mode, click on this and select mobile icon. And this is how it is looking on mobile phone. Not bad, but if you want, you can do few changes. If you want, you can select this option. And I always prefer everything center aligned in mobile phone. This button also. Okay, so this is looking a little bit better. Okay, so this is how it is looking. Now you can update this page again, come back to your desktop version. Now with the free version of Elementor, you'll have to do one thing. You'll have to right click on this and you have to save this as a template. So you can name it anything. I'll name it maybe pop-up section or newsletter section. Now click on save. Now once you save this thing, next time whenever you want to use this thing, you can simply insert this section. Let me show you how you can do that. So this is one post. When you're creating another post in future, you can click on post, click on add new. Suppose this is my post number 2. Okay, so I'll just give it a title of post 2 just to show you how it is done. I'll publish this post, click on edit with Elementor. All these steps will be same, but whenever you want to go at the bottom and if you want to add this thing, you'll simply click on this thing at the bottom, click on this add template, go to my templates, and we have just saved this template. So you can click on insert, not preview, click on insert, yes. And as you can see, this thing is added in the bottom, and you can add anything at top, any content or anything. So whenever you're creating a new post, you should always remember to do this thing. Now, if you're using the pro version of Elementor, obviously you don't have to do this thing. You can set a you can have a preset style or preset layout of your blog post. Let me show you a demo. So my website blogdoot.com, here I'm using the pro version of Elementor. So here when you're using the pro version, under templates, you'll see theme builder. And here you can have custom header. You can style your header as ever or however you want. You can have a custom footer. I have created a custom footer, single post, single product and everything. So single blog post, you can select this thing, click on add new single post, give it any title. I'll give it a title of demo, click on create template. Now when you click on create template, there are many different pre-built templates or layouts that you can just import from. So as you can see, these are all the template. So this is one of the designs of this option. Let me actually select a better design. Or maybe this looks good. Let's see. All are good. Let me select a simple one. Okay, let me select this option. I'll select this and click on insert. Now as you can see, this, when you select insert, this is how your blog post will look like. So this becomes your default setup. So every time you don't have to create this newsletter, it will automatically be present for you when you create your next section. Similarly, you can create, similar section. You can create this section at the bottom. So you don't have to do everything manually. Every time you create a new post, this will be automatically done for you. Obviously, I don't want to get into more detail with this. I just wanted to show you, if you want to automate this process, you can use the pre version or you can use the premium version or the pro version of Elementor. Maybe we'll create another tutorial on premium version of Elementor, the benefits of that, and how to use and how to create single post and so on. Now previously I was talking about making your images and media files, SEO friendly. So if you click on media, you should always make sure that whatever image you're selecting, for example, if you select this image, make sure to always give alternative text, title, caption, description to every image. If you see another image, this is the image. Always make sure to give alternate text, caption, description for your images. So you can go ahead, select this image, type in caption, type in description, alternate text. Very useful. Alright guys, so with this, everything related to blog post is now 100% completed. Now let's see how we can create different type of pop-ups, how we can integrate them on our website, and how we can have this setting that whenever someone clicks on a button, they'll see this pop-up. There are many different things, many different styles, many different settings. But let's see how we can have this setting and how we can create different types of pop-ups. Alright, so to do this thing, again, you have to come back to your dashboard, and here you will see this option at the bottom left, hustle. Click on this option. Now when you click on this option for the first time, you will see this setup wizard. You have to click on this get started button. Now whatever you want to create pop-up, slide in, embed, social, share, you can select this option. We want to create a simple pop-up, so we'll select this option and click on create. Now let's give it any name, or let's give it any title. So I'll give it a title of maybe SEO newsletter. Then after that, you can select whether you want to create email opt-in or informational. So in this case, I want to create an email opt-in. So I want to collect more and more emails. So I'll select this thing and click on choose template. Now in this step, they will ask you to select any template of your choice. So maybe I want to select this template. And if you want, you can always preview any template. For example, if you want to select this template, you can click on preview. And this will show you how this will look on your website. So this is how this one looks like. If you want this thing, you can get this one. Now I'll close this thing. Let me select a simple one. So maybe I want to select this one. So I'll select this and click on choose template. Now from here, we can change the title, we can change the image, the main content and everything. Again, you can click on preview to see the title. So this is your title, this is your main content, and this is the featured image at the left hand side. You can just replace your things with this one. So maybe instead of this title, I want to give it a title of free SEO newsletter or free SEO tips. Okay, that sounds much better. If you want, you can also give it a subtitle. And if you want to replace this image with some other image, you can just upload that image. Maybe let's select this one, or maybe this one is very small. Let's upload some other image. All right, so let me just select this image, and after that, I'll click on open and Then we'll click on use this image. Now instead of this content, if you want to type in your own content, you can simply delete this thing and type in your own content or your own message. After that, you can again go at the bottom and click on emails. So in the next step, we have to select this option. So we have this option, emails option. Now whenever someone enters their email, for example, whenever someone enters their email and after that they click on update, what should happen? So by default, this thing is selected. They will see a success message that thank you for subscribing, will keep you updated on our availability. You can even do one thing, you can redirect them to some other page. So I think this is a much better option, redirect option, and let me show you how we can use it. So let's open pages in a new tab and let's create a new page. Click on add new. Let's give it a title of thank you. Okay. I want to keep it 100% full width. So under content layout, make it 100% full width. And I don't want the title section. So select title and make it disabled. And also I don't want this padding. So make this thing disabled as well. Now publish this page. Now you can use Elementor to create this page. Click on edit with Elementor. I'm just showing you how you can do this thing or how you can use this thing. Now you can create your own thank you design. I just want to import a simple design. If there is any thank you design, let me search for that. Maybe not. Let's see at the bottom. Okay, so I want to do one thing. I want to import this page. Obviously, this is not a thank you page, but I'm just trying to show you how you can use this thing. I'll import this thing, click on insert. And first you have to link your website with this template library. Now click on connect. Now once you do this thing, you will again come back to this page. Let's try it again. So let's first refresh this page. Now click on this icon again and let's try to import that page. So this was the page. I'll select this thing and click on insert. And now as you can see, this is getting imported on your website or on this page. And this is how it looks like. I just want to show you how you can use it. If you don't like any section or if you don't want any section, for example, if you don't want this section, you can just click on this thing and you can delete it. Now again, I'm saying when we start creating our homepage, you'll learn more about this thing. So maybe instead of this title, I want to type in thank you for subscribing. And after that, you can give some more title. If you want to change this style, if you want to increase or decrease the size and all like this, you can do that. Line height, maybe I'll increase it a little bit, 1.2. Now my understanding of how I want to use this thing is whenever someone enters their email address under this option, maybe I want to give it a title that download free SEO PDF, something like that. So whenever someone enters their email and click on get update, they will be redirected to this page that I'm creating. And from here, they can download that file. So I'll do one thing. I'll click on this button and instead of join us now, I'll type in download now. And under link, you will add that link. So let me show you how you can add this link. So go to media, you can upload your PDF over here. So click on upload file, select that PDF. I don't think I have any PDF files. Let me see. Okay, I do have some PDF files. I'll select this one. This is installation guide for something, I don't know. I'll select this file and click on open. Now once this file is imported or once this file is uploaded, let me show you what you can do after that. You can click on this option and as you can see, this is a PDF file. You will see this file link over here, file URL. You can copy this from here, come back to this page, and under this link, you can paste in this link and click on update. So whenever anyone clicks on this button, they will download this PDF file. So this is what my idea is. Now, obviously you can just go ahead. You can design this if you want. If you don't want any one of these extra sections, this is the only page you will have. Okay. If you don't want that section, after that, you can click on upload and this page or update in this page is now created. You can now do one thing. You can go to pages, go back to pages, go back to your dashboard, click on pages. This is your thank you page. You will see this view link, right click on that and click on copy link address. Now come over here and under this redirect, select this option. So whenever someone enters their email and they click on get updates, they will be redirected to this thank you page. Now you have to go to integration. Now whenever someone enters their email address, their email will be added to your local list. So if you want to see that list, you will see it under Hustle. Here it is, email list. If you open this in a new tab, you'll see all those emails over here. If you want, you can do one more thing. You can link this thing, you can link this pop-up with MailChimp so that whenever someone enters their email will be added in the local list. And with that, their email will also be added in your MailChimp list. So let's see how we can do that. So for that, go to MailChimp.com and log into your account. Now, once you do that, you'll see this option at the bottom left corner. Click on this option. Basically, this is your profile. Click on that and click on account or click on profile. Both the option will do, and over here you will see this extras option. Under that you will see API keys. Click on that option. Here you will see your API key. You can select, copy everything from here, go back to your website on this page, and let's do one thing. Let's integrate this thing first. So first under Hustle you will see integration, which is over here. Click on this option, and from here you can select MailChimp, which is over here. Select this option, click on this plus option for integration, enter your API key, give it any name. So I'll give it a title of SEO tips, and I'll click on connect. Okay, so this is now connected. Now you can again come back to this page. If you want, first you can just publish this. Then after that you can refresh this page so that we can see that connected app after we refresh. And now here, as you can see, this is your connected app. Now you can simply click on this plus button and this will be connected for you. Now whenever someone enters their email, they will be added to your local list, and with that they will also be added to your MailChimp list. Now click on appearance, and from here you can control the appearance, you can control the style and all if you want to change some styling, and after that go to visibility. Now by default this pop-up will be visible everywhere on your website, on every single page, on every single blog post, everywhere. If you want to control this thing, you can add some condition. You can click on add condition. Maybe I just want to display this thing on my blog post. Okay, so I can select this blog post, and after that I can click on add condition. Now this thing will only be displayed on my blog post. So this is how it works. If you want, obviously you can have this thing, or if you delete this thing, by default it will display everywhere on your website. Now you can go to behavior. Now when do you want this thing to trigger? When do you want this pop-up to show up? So by default it is selected immediately. So whenever someone visits your website, it will immediately pop up. If you want, you can add a delay, maybe after 3 seconds. So whenever someone visits your website, after 3 seconds delay, this pop-up will show up. There are some more options. You have this scroll option. So when you scroll 50% of the page, this will pop up or this will show up, and I would recommend you to on this click option as well. And if you remember, we have created this blog post, and at the bottom, let me first refresh this thing. And now as you can see, it has already started showing this pop-up. Now at the bottom, we have created this subscribe now button, but nothing happens for now. When you click on that thing, nothing happens. Let's see how we can connect this thing. Click on edit with Elementor. Now go at the bottom, click on this button, subscribe now. Now go to advanced, and under CSS ID, you can type in anything. So let me type in MailChimp, or maybe let me type in post button, post hyphen button. Okay, this is my CSS ID. I'll copy this, come back to this page that we are creating. Under click option, under this example option CSS selector, type in hash and paste in the thing that you have copied over here. So here I've typed in by post hyphen button, and here you just have to add this hash post hyphen button. Okay, so whenever someone clicks on that button, they will see that pop up. Or if you want, you can have this scroll option as well. All these options are given to you. Now I can just click on update, and this is updated. And finally, if you click on save changes, now this is 100% published for you. Again, if you go back to your website, let me cut this thing. Let me first update it. Let's cut this thing, go back to your home page. Now it won't show up immediately, but when you scroll down to 50% of the page, okay, we have selected only post. If you remember under that condition. Now if you open any post, if you scroll down, I think here it is. Here as you can see, this is the pop-up that will show up. Or if you click on this button, subscribe now, as you can see, this pop-up again shows up. And if you enter any email over here, for example, let me enter this email, gmail@gmail.com, just some dummy email, click on get updates. Now as you can see, you're automatically redirected to this thank you page. And now if you click on this download now button, you'll see this whatever this file is, and now you can download this file from here. This is the PDF file. So this is how this entire process works. Now I would recommend you to do one thing. You can go to YouTube and you can search for Nayyar Sheikh Hustle, which is this plugin. I've created a dedicated video on this plugin. As you can see, Hustle Pop-up Builder. So whatever we have seen, this was very short. But if you see this video, I have explained in more detail how to use this plugin. Similarly, if you just search for Nayyar Sheikh MailChimp, you will see there is another dedicated video for MailChimp email marketing. More than 1 hour's long tutorial. You can watch this tutorial. You'll learn more about MailChimp as well. So all these tutorials are given on my channel. So make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss these videos. Now again we can come back to this page, and with this we have seen this pop-up builder as well. Now finally I want to complete this site kit setting. So how you can integrate your website with Google Analytics, which is very important. It will give you all your analytics, like how many people are visiting your website. It will even give you real-time data. So right now, how many people are live on your website, how many people are seeing your website, and they are seeing which page. You can even see they are seeing which page. You can even see which device they're using. They're using desktop, or they're using a laptop computer, or they're using mobile phone. You can see all those things. You can even see which country they are watching this from. In fact, you can even see which city they're watching, or they're visiting your website from. So all those data can be seen using Google Analytics. So very important. And this will also help us to integrate some other things, like it will help us to integrate Google AdSense and so on. So first of all, you have to tick mark this thing and click on sign in with Google. Now, if you have not already created an account with this thing, you can first let's click on sign in with Google. Now, if you have already created a Google Analytics account and AdSense account, you can select that email from here. You can select that account. Or if you have not yet created an account, let's very quickly do that. So first go to Google and search for Google Analytics. Now go to this website analytics.google.com and you can sign up with this website. So here, as you can see, actually let me show you a quick demo of how this thing works. So if you see this screen here, as you can see this week, how many unique visitors visited my website, and just few minutes ago, 23 or 25 minutes ago, some people were there on my website. All this data can be seen from here. As you can see which country they're visiting most from. Okay, so India, UK, Kuwait, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, which page they are visiting most from. You can see all this data from here. So this is very useful. Now what I want to do is I want to create a new account just to show you how this is done. So I've just created a new Gmail account. So I'll select this thing. It will tell me that I don't have an account. So I'll have to click on this button, start measuring, to create a new account. I'll give it an account name of blog 2021, something like this. And these are data sharing settings. So if you want, you can tick mark everything, or if you want, you can just untick everything and click on next. Now under property setup, you can give it any property name. So it should be your website name. So again, I'm typing blog 2021, select your country name. And after that, you can also select your currency and make sure to click on this link, show advanced option, very important, and enable this option. Create universal analytics property. Now here you have to enter your website link, which is this, not this one. Copy your website link, come over here, paste in this link, delete this HTTP. And after that, you can now click on next. Now you can select what type of business you have, which industry, how many people working for you, what is your aim of using Google Analytics. You can select this and click on create. Now accept all this thing and click on I accept. And after this, your account will be created and you will see this option. You will have all your site tools and all. Now I think you can just redirect, or you can just log in with your website. If you just select this email that you have just logged in with, if you select that email, I think it should take, allow this thing. Now I think you should accept this thing, click on allow again. Now click on proceed. This will verify your site ownership, that you own this website. Alright, so you're now verified. Now you can allow access to Google account or Google data. You can now click on allow, and you can now set up search console. So click on add site, and this is 100% done. Now you can go to your dashboard. Now this will take some time. It will probably take 1 day for you to display all this data. So right now it will show you that search console is gathering data. After maybe 20 hours, 24 hours, it will show you all this data related to analytics. So search console is connected. Now you can connect Google Analytics. So select this option, click on connect service. Again, select this email, click on allow, allow again, and this will connect Google Analytics as well. So that was search console. This is Google Analytics. We have created this thing, and now as you can see, everything is selected. I have named it blog 2021. So as you can see, that is the name which is present over here, which means that this is working absolutely fine. Now click on configure analytics. Now these two are connected, and similarly you can connect page side. And to connect AdSense, this will take some time. Again, I'll have to create an account on AdSense just to show you how this works. So you'll have to sign up with this Google AdSense, enter your website link, in this format, www.yourwebsitename.com, and here you can enter your email. So I've just created that email, but it is not showing over here. Okay, here it is, nayarblog@gmail.com. And after that you can click on save and continue. Okay, you cannot, okay, I cannot do it for subdomain. I must have a domain name. I cannot do it with a subdomain. So this is a subdomain. As you can see, main domain is fam.in and this is subdomain. Let me just show you how this works. So I'll delete this. I'll type in fam.in. Maybe this is your website link, and after that you will click on save and continue. Now you will be redirected to this page. Make sure to select your country first. Okay, this is the one. After that you should accept and agree all these things and click on create account. Now once you click on create account, you can click on get started, but this will not start working immediately, unlike Google Analytics and so on. So in this case, what happens is, first let me enter my address. All right, now I can click on submit. So as I was talking about that, in this case, in the AdSense case, what happens is your website is not immediately logged in or connected with AdSense. Now the reason, because AdSense first approves your website whether they want to show their ads, Google wants to show their ads on your website or not. So if you're creating a new website, you might not get approved immediately. So you might have to wait for some time. First, create your website, create few blog posts, maybe 10, 20, 30 blog posts on your website, get some traffic on your website through different social media platform. And after that, you can apply for Google AdSense. Only then they will approve your website. So this does not happen immediately. You can use Google Analytics and so on immediately, but not this Google AdSense. But once you get approved, after that, you can click on connect service, just select your email and it will be connected for you. Now let me show you the demo website, what happens after it is connected for you. So if I show you the demo website in this, if you click on site kit under dashboard, you can see all this data on your dashboard, like how many visitors visited your website in last 28 days, which channel, like they visited directly or through Google search or through some organic search or through social media, and what location, devices. You can see these details right on your dashboard. Which are the most popular content or pages or blog posts. You can see everything over here. Okay, so this is very useful. Now let's again go back to our dashboard. Now let me do one thing. Let me first, okay, now you also get this new widget for Google Sitekit. Alright guys, so with this, everything related to blog, everything related to connecting different platforms is 100% completed. Now only one thing is left, and that is creating your homepage and creating your blog and contact page. Basically the designing part is left. So we have seen how to create a blog post, we have seen how to create pop-ups, we have seen how to link it with MailChimp, we have seen how to create that newsletter form at the bottom of every blog post. We have seen all those things. We have even seen how to link your website with Google Analytics and so on. Now the only part left is the designing part. So let's start with our homepage first. So to create your homepage, you will again click on pages from the left hand side, click on add new. Now let's give it a title of home, because obviously this is your home page. Now you should always do one thing. Under content layout, we want to make it 100% full width, because if you don't do this thing, you'll have a sidebar. We don't want a sidebar on our home page. Obviously, if you see this demo website homepage, we don't have any sidebar or anything like this. If you see the blog page, you have this sidebar over here, but for the home page, we don't want the sidebar. And we also don't want this title section. So we can go to this title option and we can disable this option. Now we can click on publish. Now once you do this thing, again you have to go back to your dashboard, and now you have to set this page as your home page. Because right now if you see, this is just a regular page, you have named it home, but just by naming it home, it does not become your home page. You have to set this page as your home page. So to do this thing, you'll have to hover over settings and click on reading. And over here you'll see this option, select a static page, and under home page select home, click on save changes. Now again if you go back to pages, now here you see that home is selected, and besides home now it is written front page, which means that this page is now officially your home page. Now you can edit this thing and you can start designing this page with Elementor. So click on this option, edit with Elementor. Now before we start creating this page, let me first explain you what is this Elementor page builder and how it works. So earlier we have created our blog post and that newsletter at the bottom of the blog post using Elementor, but I just created it without explaining you in more detail like what is Elementor and so on, because I wanted to do this thing right now when I'm creating the home page. Now first of all, Elementor is a page builder, and by name itself you can see that it helps you to create different pages. Now to create a page we need different sections. So if you see any page on the website, if you see not only this website, any page on any website in this world, you will see all the pages are divided into several sections. For example, in this case, this is our first section, hero section. Then we have the latest blog section, then this section, then the fourth section, and so on. So to create a new section, we click on this plus button and we add a new section. And in that section, if you want a single column, multiple column, you can select that. For example, suppose if I want 3 columns, I can select 3, and I have 3 different columns over here. Now, whenever you select or whenever you add any element over here, at the left hand side, you will see some changes will be done. Now, we don't see those elements that we were seeing earlier. Now we see this edit section option. Now, if you again want to go back to elements option, you will have to click on this 9 dots icon and you will be redirected to this section. Now you will see different elements that you can use to create this page. For example, if you want to use this button element, you can simply drag and drop this element. And again, if you see at the left hand side, now instead of those elements, it says edit button. So for every single element, so these things are different elements: button, text, icon, these are elements. So for every single element, there will be 3 options: content, style, and advanced. Now in the content, you have to change the text, link, all the basic things. Under style, obviously you change the styling and appearance of this element, and under advanced, you do some advanced things like you change the responsive, positioning, border, margin, padding. All these advanced things will be done over here. So whatever element you're using, these things will be present in all elements. Again, if you want to go back to elements, you click on this 9 dots icon, and suppose this time if you want to use maybe icon, you drag and drop this element over here. Now again, edit icon. So all settings related to this icon. Now if you click on this thing, you can change the icon, and after that you can go to styling, you can change the color. All these things can be done from here like this. Now you can go to advanced, add margin, padding, and all this thing. Okay, so this is how this thing works. I will cut this thing, and if you want to use a pre-built template, you can click on this option. You can use or you can import a pre-built page, or if you want, you can import a pre-built blog. Most of the things are pro version, are available in the pro version. So if you want, you can select this option as well. Alright guys, now let's create our first section. So to create a new section, you click on this plus button and you select number of columns you want. So in this case, as you can see, we need 2 columns. At the left hand side, we want to add this image, and at the right hand side, we want to add this content. So we'll select 2 columns. Now at the left hand side, we have this image. Now I have given you this image, but if you want to use some other images, as I said in the introduction, that you can use these kind of illustrations and you can create your own. So to create your own illustration, you go to this website, undraw.co/illustrations, as you can see on your screen. And here you can see all the different types of illustrations that you can download from. You have this envelope and all. So if you want, you can search for marketing. If you want, you can search for mail. And in this case, if you want, you can search for envelope, and you will see all these icons related to this. So whatever you want or whichever you want to download, you want to use, you can select this thing. So suppose if I want to use this thing, but I don't want this color scheme, I want maybe red color scheme. So I can select this red color, or whatever color you want. And now as you can see, the color is also changed. After that, you can simply click on this thing and you can download the PNG file. So download the PNG file and this will be downloaded. Now I can just go ahead and upload it over here. So to do this thing, drag and drop the image element over here, and you can replace this thing with your own image. Here we have that image. If you scroll down, you will see that image. Here it is. Click on open, or if you want, you can download the one, or you can use the one that I've just downloaded. Now at the right hand side, first of all, we have this title. So I'll copy it, and for this we'll use this heading. Paste in this title, go to style, and let's style this thing. Now again and again, you can see we have to change the color, we have to change the typography. So just to save some time, we can do one thing. Whatever color or typography you are going to need again and again, you can save them. So let me do one thing. I'm going to need this color 2B. A lot of times I can do one thing. I can select this thing, and after that I can click on this plus button, and I can give it a new color name. I'll just give it the same name, 2B. Click on create. Now next time when I want to use this color, I can simply click on this globe icon, and as you can see, this color is auto selected. Similarly for typography, I'll do one thing. I'll select this option, and instead of Roboto, I'll select Poppins. Now once I do that thing, again I can click on this, I create a new global font, and I can give it a name of Poppins. So next time I don't have to do this thing again. Next time when I want to make it Poppins, I can simply click on this globe icon and I can select Poppins. Now in this case, I also want to do some changes. For example, I want to increase the size to maybe 60 pixels and we want to make it a little bit bolder, more bolder. So maybe 700. If you want, you can also change the line height like this. So whatever you want, you can select this thing. Maybe 1.1 looks good. Okay, so you can select this option. Then after that, we have this text. So I'll copy this thing, and for this we'll use the text editor. Okay, bring it over here, paste in the text, go to style, and for this we want to use this 666. Okay, this color. Again, for this also I'll save this color because again we'll be using this color a lot. So I'll give it this name, click on create, and after that I'll select this globe icon, make it Poppins. It is automatically become Poppins. Now I can do some changes. We can make it 500, we can make it 400. You can do it like this. You can also change the size of this. So maybe 16 pixels looks good, and 400. And at the bottom we have this button. So to bring this button over here, we can simply drag and drop this at the bottom. The title of this button, the button says subscribe for free. So under text, I'll type in the same thing. And now you can go to style and you can do some styling. So again, under typography, if you want to make it Poppins, you can select this option, and after that you can change the size and all. For this, I want to make it 24, and rest everything looks good. Background color, I can change this thing to maybe this orange color. Let's see, let's make it even darker like this one. Okay, this is looking good. The color code is FFA600. Now this button, as you can see, is circular. So if you want to change this thing, or if you want to make it like this, under border radius, if you just type in 50, as you can see, it has become circular. Let me make it even more darker. Yeah, now looking much better. Now once you do this thing, you can now add some space at top and bottom. So as you can see, at top and bottom of this, we have some extra space. So we can click on this option, edit section, this 6 dots icon. First of all, let's align everything in the middle. So vertical align, make it middle. Okay. Now go to advanced, and for top, I want to add very little because we already have a nice amount of space at top. So maybe only 25, but at bottom, I'll add 50 pixels. Now click on update. Now, whenever you create a section, you should always see how that section looks on a mobile phone. So if you click on this responsive thing, and if you click on mobile, you can see this is how it is looking. So image is fine, and this text is way bigger. So we can decrease this text for image, for mobile phone. So we can select this text, click on typography. Make sure you have this mobile icon over here. If you don't have it, you can select this mobile icon. After that, you can change the size. Maybe let's see, 40 pixels looks good. And you can also do one thing. I prefer everything center aligned in mobile. For this also, I can change the size to maybe, let's see, 12 pixels and center. Button also, I'll select this thing and make it center. Alright, so this is looking much better. Now again, we can go back to desktop, and now we can start working on our next section, which is this section. So we'll click on this option, plus button, single row, single column. Now again, over here, we have the title at the top. So I'll use this heading element for this, drag and drop this heading element, paste in the title, make it center align. Now I can go to style and let's change something. So first of all, again, to change the color, we can simply click on this globe icon and select 2B, this color. We can select this Poppins, and we can increase the size. So for this, I want to make it 36 pixels, and 600 is looking fine. So everything is good. Now, if you notice one thing, we have a little bit space below this title, okay, over here. So to add this space, you can go to advanced, and you can first delink this thing. And at the bottom, you can type in maybe 15 or 20 pixels padding at bottom. Then after that, at the bottom or below this thing, we can add the post grid. Okay, this is the one, post grid. Drag and drop it over here just below this thing. It will display your blog post. So I want to do one thing. I want to, first of all, I don't want this title. So I'll go to settings, and I don't want this heading. And you will see this filtration option. I don't even need this filtration. So I'll make it no. Now what all I need is, I just need the featured image, title, and some meta description or some meta details. I don't want this summary. So you can click on post content, and you can make this summary off. First, I'll have to increase it like this. You'll see this option, display post excerpt or summary. Make it no. That summary will go, or that summary will disappear. And I also don't want to display this category. So let's see. Let's make it no, taxonomy info. and that is also gone. Again, I can bring it over here, much better. So this is how this section will look like. Now again, you can click on this edit section option, and we can do one thing. We can go to style, and we can first of all add a background color, and I'll add F9, 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 very light gray color. Now we can go to advanced and add some padding at top and bottom. So for this, I want to add 75 pixels top, and okay, first let's delink this thing. Now 75 at top and 50 at bottom. Okay, like this. And after that, we need to do one more thing. I think let's click on this thing. Yeah, post per page should be 6. So make sure you have this option. And if you go to styling, you can do some styling related to all this title and all. So I'll do one thing. I'll select this option, grid item, and change this typography to Poppins. Okay, so the title of this thing, now as you can see, is changed to Poppins. And if you want, you can make it a little bit bolder, maybe 500. Same thing for meta description. So select entry meta and make it Poppins as well, like this, and looking much better. Now we can update this page. So this section is also completed. Again, you can see how it is looking on mobile phone. Okay, looking good. Just a little bit line height can be added to this title. Let's do that. Yeah, 1.3 looks good. Now click on update. Rest everything looks perfectly fine. Now again, let's come back to our desktop. Now to create the next section, which is this section, we just need to follow almost the same thing. Click on this plus, add a single row, single column, copy this title from top, paste it at bottom just to save some time, because all the styling are automatically done. We just need to click on this, or we just need to replace the title. Styling and bottom padding, everything is automatically added because we have copied that thing. Now below this thing, I want to add 4 different columns for these icon boxes. So to do this thing, we'll use this inner section, drag and drop this inner section at the bottom. By default, we have 2 columns. To add a new column, you have to right click on this, click on add new column, 3, right click, add new column. Now we have 4 different columns. Now we can do one thing. We can search for icon box, which is over here, drag and drop it over here. First of all, first icon that we need is this pencil icon. So let's search for this. Here it is. If you want to use some other icon, obviously you're free to do that. I'm just using this simple regular pencil icon. Now click on insert, and your heading is this, starting a blog, or whatever your heading is. And then after that, whatever your description is, if you want, you can have this description. If you don't want this thing, you can delete the description as well. Now go to style. Now what I would recommend you to do is, now obviously whatever type of blog you're creating, food blog, travel blog, WordPress blog, affiliate marketing blog, SEO blog, whatever type of blog you're creating, obviously there are 2, 3, 4 blogs, certain particular blog posts which are very popular and which are very common. People search for them a lot. So this section is for that. For example, I've created a blog, how to start a blog. So I can link this thing with that blog. Another blog is maybe on how to improve your WordPress website security. So I can link this particular icon box with that blog. Similarly, I have written another blog on SEO. I can link this icon box with that particular blog. So all the famous and most popular or most searched blogs or search videos or whatever it is, you can link these things with those. Okay. So for example, let me go back to my website. So maybe this blog is on how to start a new blog. So I'll copy this link and I'll paste it over here under link. So whenever someone clicks on this option, they will be redirected to this blog. Okay. I hope it is cleared. Now I can go to style, and first of all, let's change the color. If you want this color, you can have this color. This is 27C1C9. Okay. You can paste in the color, change the size to 55, a little bit bigger. And under content, again, for this color also, title color also, I want to change this thing to same color, 27C1C9. Change the typography to Poppins. Size will be 24, and rest everything looks good. And for description, I just want to change the font family to Poppins. Rest color and all looks good. All right. Or if you want, you can make it 666, that color that we have selected. Okay, just a little bit darker. Now click on update. Now to save some time, you can do one thing. You can copy it, paste it over here, paste it in all these empty columns. Now you can click on the second one, and this will save you a lot of time. Now this is the title. I'll copy it, come back. I'll change the link, or I'll change this thing, icon with security icon, and change the title. Now, okay, not this title. The title is WordPress security. Now it's time to change the color. So go to style and let's select this color maybe. All right. And you can now copy this color code, go to content and change the color. So as you can see, it saves a lot of time, and you can go to content and now change the link to some other link. Now, once you're done, you can now click on this icon, insert, edit inner section and make the column gap extended. Just add, not narrow, extended. Just add a little bit more gap between these columns. Okay. Again, you can select the main column, main section, and now we can do some changes. You can add some padding at top and bottom. So in this case, 75 and 50 respectively. And to add your next section, which is your final section, again, to save some time, we'll copy this entire section from here and paste it over here. Just by right clicking, you can copy, and right clicking, you can paste. Now this will save again a lot of time. We don't have to add this top margin, top padding, bottom padding. We don't have to style this thing. Everything is automatically done. So this will again save you a lot of time. I'll replace this content. Now you just need to add 3 columns below this thing. So inner section, drag and drop, add 1 more column. And now inside this thing, we need this image, and after that we need some text. So this could be your, your coupons or whatever banners if you want. So drag and drop this image. You can upload your image over here. I've given you these images as well. So if you want, you can simply use them, or if you have, you can use, if this is for Amazon, you can have Amazon images like you have on my website. If I show you my website, for example, for SiteGround, FastComet, you can see I have created these kind of images. So you can do the same thing. And below this thing, you can add a title, change this thing, go to style, make it 2B, make it pop-ins. And after that, you can go ahead and add a link. So whenever someone clicks on this thing, they will be redirected to that website. So you can paste in that link over here and follow the same process. I'll copy it, paste it, paste it. Okay, now you can follow the same process. You can change the image, and you can also change the link and text and all. And after that, you can click on update, and with this, your home page is now 100% completed. Now let's create our second most important page, which is your blog page. So again, you can come back to your dashboard, click on pages. Now click on add new. Let's give it a title of blog. This time we don't need to do anything, just publish this page. Again, just like we have set the home page, we have to set this blog page. So again, come back and under settings, under reading, you have to, under post page, we have to set this blog page and click on save. Now, if you go back to pages, besides this blog page, as you can see, it says post page. If you open this, if you click on view, by default, this is the default style. Obviously, we'll change this thing. Okay, we'll change the style and all. We'll make it like this. Okay, let me show you the blog page over here. This is looking much better. So we'll make it like this. Right now, it is like this. Now let's create one more page, which is your contact page. Very important page. If someone wants to contact you, they can use this contact form. So again, come back to your dashboard, add a new page, give it a title of contact, and let's make it 100% full width, and let's disable the title. Publish this page, click on edit with Elementor. If you see the contact page on my demo website, you don't have to create this contact page. I have given you a free template. You can simply import it. So click on this option, add template, click on my templates, and you can import a template. Again, the file that you have downloaded from my website, in that file, you will see a contact folder. Open that, and in that you will see this file, contact page file, JSON file. Open this or select this and click on open. Once it is imported, you can now insert this page. And this is how it is looking right now. You have your map. First of all, you can click on this pencil button. If you see my mouse cursor, click on this pencil button, and instead of this map, enter your own address. So maybe if I just enter Mumbai, you can see this Mumbai map. You can zoom in, zoom out like this. Okay, you have this map. And after that, you have your address and all. If you want to change your phone number, just click on this and change your phone number. Similarly, if you want to change your email address and all, just click on that and change that thing. Simple heading is used over here. Now for this contact form, if you click on this contact form, you'll see this is a shortcode. So you have to do one thing. You have to go back to your dashboard. If you see the contact form on demo website, looks so much better and professional. So I want to create a similar one. Now go back to your dashboard and you will see this contact option. Click on that. You will see contact form 1. Edit this page. Now this is how your contact form is looking. Again, open the page that you have downloaded, and in that you have this contact, and in that we have uploaded this contact page JSON file. Now open this contact form text file. Open this file. It will look something like this. Copy everything from here. Come back to this page. First delete everything that you see. Now paste in whatever you have copied from that file and click on save. Now once you do this thing again, if you come back to this page, first of all copy this link shortcode, come over here and replace this with this shortcode. Now click on update, and now as you can see, style is changed. Now if I again go back to my main website, if I go back to this contact page, we need to do one more thing. I'm going to show you that thing. If you click on pages, if you view your contact page, your form is still not looking like that. So to make it like that, you can click on this customize button, or you can click on this customize link. Again, open the file you have downloaded, and this time open this CSS file. Now copy everything from this file, and here under customize, you will see at the left hand side at the bottom, you will see custom CSS. Open that and paste in the CSS code, and now as you can see, you have this type of contact form. Okay, now you can publish this page and you can cut this thing. So with this, all the pages that were required are now completed. Sometimes you might not see the changes immediately. This is because of some default caching going on. If you want to see the live website, you can copy the link and you can open this in a new private window. You will see the latest changes as you can see, but here you are not seeing that. So sometimes it might take some time. Now again, let's come back to our dashboard. Now let's create our menu. So to create your menu, you will hover over appearance, and under appearance, you have menus. Now let's give it any name. So I'll name it main menu. Click on create menu. Now whatever pages you want. So I want to display these 3 pages: home, blog, contact. And if you see this option under post, you will see categories. So if you want to give it any link, for example, if we have created this WordPress category, so I can copy this link, right click on this view, click on copy link address. Now come over here under custom link, paste in the link, WordPress blogs. So maybe especially I want to give this link, so people when they click on this thing, they will be redirected to that particular page. Similarly, if you want to give link to a particular blog post, for example, let me go back to my home page, or we have created this blog post. If I open this thing, now if I want to add a direct link to this blog post, maybe this is one of my most important pages. So I'll copy the link, come back to menus, again paste in the link over here, and maybe this blog is related to how to start a blog. So I'll just type in start a blog. Okay, I'll click on add to menu and I'll bring it over here. Okay, always make sure to tick mark this thing main at the bottom and click on save menu. Now again, if you open your website in a new tab, you can see you have your menu over here. Now let's add the widgets. So what widgets? First of all, widgets at the bottom. Again, you can see these stylings are not working properly. So once, as I said earlier, this is because of caching. Once the caching is cleared, you will see everything properly. So you just don't have to worry about that. Just after you refresh it multiple times, few times, this will work properly for you. So again, let me come back to this page. Now it's time to create footer, and after that we'll see how to create a sidebar. So first let's create our footer. So under appearance, you'll click on widgets and you'll see footer 1, 2, 3 for all these options. So if you see the demo website, in footer 1, first we have this logo, and after that we have some text, and then we have this read more icon or read more text. So we'll come back to this widgets option, go at the bottom, use the text widget, select footer 1, click on add widget. First, let's add the logo. So click on add media, and I have not yet uploaded. Yeah, I have uploaded the logo. So I'll select this thing, click on insert into post and press enter to come to next line and type in whatever text you want. And after that, you can click on save. Now for the second footer, we have recent post. Okay. So you can do one thing. You'll see this option over here, recent post, drag and drop this recent post. How many number of posts you want to show? We want to show 3. Then the third option is newsletter. So to use this one, we'll use this option, MailChimp option, drag and drop it under footer 3. And I want to do one thing, make sure to always link this. This is a little bit different. So you'll see this settings page link, open this link in a new tab And also make sure to first click on allow and continue. Make sure to link this thing with your MailChimp account. We have seen how to do this thing. You have to first click on integrations and you have to enter your MailChimp key. Let me again show you how to do that thing. Go to mailchimp.com. Now once you log into your MailChimp account, at the left hand side bottom, you'll see this option. Click on profile. Now under extras, let it load. Now under extras, you will see API keys. Click on that. Copy your API key from here. Go back to that page, paste in this thing and click on save changes. You have to do one more thing. You have to also enter your list ID. So to get this thing, you'll see at the left hand side audience option. Click on audience. Now you'll see this option manage audience, or maybe you'll see it at the bottom. Let's see. Maybe not available. So you can click on this option manage audience, and at the bottom you'll see this settings option. Click on settings. Now when you scroll down, you will see your list ID. Here it is. Copy this and come back to this page, and this is your list ID. Paste in and click on save changes. Again, I'm saying I would recommend you to watch my MailChimp and Hustle tutorial so that you can learn more about pop-ups and email marketing. Now let's add our final footer, which is this contact info. So again, we'll come back to this option, and under footer 4, you just have to drag and drop this option contact info. First, we have to delete this text. So I'll delete it. Now under address, whatever address you want to do or you want to show, you can simply type in that address under content. Don't change the icon, class and title, just change the content. Similarly, under phone content, change your phone number. Under mobile content, change your mobile number. If you don't want to display fax, delete everything under fax. Similarly, if you don't want to display website, delete everything under website, and same for Skype. If you don't want to do that, simply delete everything under that. Now, once you do that, again, if you go back to your website and if you refresh it, if you go at the bottom, you can see all the widgets are working, but styling is a little bit different. And as I'm saying you from very beginning, we'll see the styling at the end of the video. Now, before that, let's see our sidebar, blog sidebar. Okay. If you see this option, WordPress blog, let's see how we can create a sidebar like this one. So again, we'll come back to to this widgets option, and we have to do the same thing from here. Now under default sidebar, I don't want all this option. I just want the search option at the top. So rest everything, I can just delete it from here. Now after search, I want to display recent post. So again, we'll drag and drop this recent post. This time I want to display maybe 6 recent posts. After that, again, I want to display MailChimp. And finally, below that, I want to display my social icons. Now we can enter your Facebook link, Twitter link, all those links over here. And after that, you can go ahead at the bottom, click on save. Again, if you go back to this website and refresh it, and I think we can do one thing, we can change this style of this icons to colored icon. This is all black and white. So you can come back to this page and change this style to colored. Now click on save. Again, if you refresh this page, changes not taking place. If I open a single blog post, okay, it will take some time, but you will see colored icons instead of that because we have done that setting. Again, I'm saying these changes might take some time to display on your website. Okay, so everything related to this is now done. Only the final customization is left. So to do this thing, we can click on this customize link at the top. Now let's start from top. So if you see above your header, you'll see this option. You'll see this extra space. That is for top bar. I don't want to use top bar, so you can click this top bar option from the left hand side. Under general, you can simply untick this option and click on publish. You don't have to click on publish, but you can just untick that option. Now let's do header settings. So you'll see this header option, click on that. General option. By default, the size or the height of this header is 74. I want to make it smaller at 50% or 50 pixels. If you want, you can also change the header background color like this. Not recommended, but you can do that according to your website. Now you can come back, select this logo option, and you can upload your logo. So maybe I'll upload my logo, skip cropping, and you can set a default height. So maximum height, I want to set this thing to 35 pixels. Again, come back and select menu and change the link color to this 2B color. Okay, much better. And after that, let's again come back. Rest everything looks good. Then we have settings related. Now, as you can see, these things are working fine. As I said earlier, it will work properly for you. Now we have the footer option. First, let's see the footer bottom. Okay, this copyright text. So click on footer bottom, change the copyright text. Instead of Ocean WP theme by Nick, I'll type in made by Nayashik or whatever you want. You can add links and all over here. Now you're not able to see the text properly. So let's change the text color to white. And now you can see very easy to read. And you can publish this, come back, and now let's do settings related to this footer widget. So click on footer widgets, scroll down, background color will be F1, F1, F1. Okay, this gray color. After that, text color will be black. Links color will also be black. Okay, now everything is working fine. We are just not able to see this title. So to fix this thing, again, first click on publish, come back, click on typography. Now under typography, I always recommend to change the body first. So under body, change the font family to Poppins. Everything on your website will become Poppins. Now come back and you can do the rest. So this is footer widget heading. So if you scroll down, you'll see footer widget heading. No need to change this thing to Poppins because the changes have already taken place. But I want to do one thing. I want to increase the size to 15 and change the color to black. Okay, now we can see that thing. If you want, you can even make it bolder at 700 maybe, or maybe 600, semi-bold. Okay, now you can publish this thing. Now I also want to do one thing under widgets. So these are widgets. I just want to decrease the size just by 1 pixel. So I want to make it 13 pixels. Now as you can see, the size of all this now decreased. Now click on publish again. And finally, let's see our menu. Come back, select main menu. And it is already Poppins, so no need to change that, because that is the reason why when you change the body font to Poppins, everything by default becomes Poppins until and unless you specifically change that thing. Now I want to decrease, or I want to increase the font size to maybe 14 or 15 and much better. Rest everything is good. Now if you open this blog option, if you open your blog page or any other page, for example, if I open the blog page, this is the default style. We want to change this thing. So come back, select the blog option, blog entries, and under blog style, change this thing to thumbnail. And now as you can see, this is looking better. And finally, the last thing, but very important thing, we need to change the primary color. So everywhere you will see this blue color, when you hover over this, it becomes blue. So the primary color is blue. I want to change this thing. So click on general option, general styling, and instead of this blue primary color, I want to make it red. So EF3F49. This is the color code that I want under hover primary color as well. Now, as you can see, this is red, and this, when you hover this, it becomes red. All these icons are now red, and you can now publish this page. And finally, you can just cut this page, and with this, everything I hope is completed. Just one thing is left. If you open any blog post, now if you have used Elementor for creating your blog post, you need to do one thing. You need to click on this option, edit with Elementor. First, we need to change the default font family and all. Now you need to click on this hamburger icon. Click on site settings. Select global fonts. And from here, you can change the primary text, and also under text, I want to change this thing to Poppins instead of Roboto. So select this option and make it Poppins. Now you can see this is changed. Okay. And after that, for everything, actually for primary, also for all these things, I want to change this thing to Poppins so that it will change the style of this primary, secondary, button, everything will be changed. Okay, I want to make everything. So this is the default, by the way. If you want to later on change, or if you want to change the font family or color for any specific page or blog post, you can obviously do that. Now we can come back. First, make sure to update it. Now global colors, you can select this thing, and the primary color is this blue color. So if you ever see this blue color, if you want to replace this with any color, you can do that. Secondary color is this color. I want to replace this with this 2B color. Okay, this black color. Similarly for text color, I don't want this color. I want 2B this color. And now as you can see, your text is also nice and black. So you can do it like this. Now everything is looking very neat and clean, very easy to read. Now you can update this page again, and I think rest everything is looking good. Again, let's come back. Let's see whether we are not. Again, let's come back, and now we can cut this thing. Now there is one more thing. If you go back to your dashboard, we don't actually need this plugin. If you click on plugins, MailChimp for WordPress or MailChimp for WordPress, this plugin was not needed. So if you want, you can just get rid of that plugin, because we have used Hustle and we have used some other things to connect with MailChimp. So this was not needed. Now again, you can come back to your website. And with this tutorial is 100% completed. I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful. If you like this tutorial, if you find it helpful, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos, you don't miss any future notifications from me. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. And finally, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.